So that's the sort of most basic application of the 4 elements, if you will, that we can actually go into different modes as a coach. If we're not getting a result, we're not really serving the client with one mode, our habitual mode, so fucking change, right? Like do something different if that's not working. That's the most simple one. So we combine that with working with the client with the 4 elements. So not only can I change myself, I can help the client move through different ways of being. In this case, very simple for brainstorming. So we're not doing a hardcore theme of existential meaning your life. I'm just looking for a practical problem, a practical challenge that you want some ideas on. So I want something real, nothing hardcore. Someone said, how should I choose which car to buy? Or how should I choose which area to move when I'm moving house? So give me 3 examples of a practical challenge you have in your life that you genuinely want some new ideas for. So let's make this real, not acting. So something that you want a few more new ideas about in your life. Maybe something you're a bit stuck on. So nothing too hardcore. I'll get 3 ideas and I'll pick one.
Like when I try to build business, for a very long time I was like searching internet, learning marketing, internet marketing and all this, and it was not happening, and it was before, like a few years ago.
What would you like? What's the practical thing you would like? Ideas to... Sorry, I'm not very clear.
How to move to actually action.
How to move into action?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that would strike me probably as a sort of fiery place to go, but it could get some really good ideas from other ones. I could work with that. I'm looking for more just like a brainstorming one. This probably suggests a very specific way to go. Could be different. James, you have one?
I've just recently started a bunch of classes last year, and I've suddenly got a shitload more people to deal with. I normally deal one-on-one with people. Now I've got like 50 people coming to classes, and I've got like so much admin and paperwork in, and I'm putting it off, and I'm not doing it.
How to deal with the paperwork?
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
I can totally work with that. That's super practical. There's one other idea if we were here yet.
I work with a bunch of designers who are terrified at the thought of being creative.
Yeah.
So I need ideas for how to inspire them to actually be creative.
How to inspire them to be creative. Okay,
That's
great.
Interesting.
I think I'm going to pick this one just because I've worked with you before, and this one's kind of specific. I could work with either of those, but let's go with this one just because I don't really sort of know you and I want something clean out of the bag. Cool?
Yeah.
Come on up. So your name, sir, is Sean?
Sean, yeah.
Sean, okay. So you stand there. So other people, do not interfere, right? So don't anyone ask questions in the middle. Afterwards, you can ask questions about the process, but we're not going to ask him questions or give him advice or anything like that. It's too many people. If you can be neutral, and that's actually a bit of an exercise in itself. So if you're like whispering to each other or messing around or whatever, it's going to really take away from what I'm doing. So just pay like attention in a generally kind of empathic, fairly neutral kind of way. That would really support him and me in this process. So for you, are you filming this? Yeah, cool. So you have to be okay with this being on the internet. Is that okay, or should we turn the camera?
No, that's cool.
You sure with that? You don't have to.
It might inspire them if they say.
Okay, cool. Yes. The other thing is still the same rules apply. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. So just because this is a demo, the person that's still being served is you. I might occasionally say something to them, but you're being served. If something's not comfortable, you don't have to. Is that clear?
Yep.
Right. You're not committing to a course of action here. So all we're doing is the first part, which is sort of like looking at ideas. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Take a breath. Tell me the challenge in 1 sentence. Take as long as you need.
How do you tell people who are supposedly experts in creativity that they're not being creative?
Great.
And inspire them to actually take some risks?
So how do you, so it's you personally, right? How do you inspire this team to be creative and take risks?
Yes.
Is that the sort of short, simple question? Is that fair
exactly.
summary? So how do you inspire them to be creative and take risks?
Yes.
Okay, great. So he's probably tried some things already, right? He's probably done some stuff. So we're going to go through 4 elements, get 4 different ways of the body, and you might find some new ideas. Yeah, none of them would be, so not committed to any of them. Some of them you might have already tried. Some of them might be new. Should we roll?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's do Earth first of all. So kind of structured, bend the knees a bit. Okay, make a box. Great. Palms down for a minute. Feel your feet on the ground. could you make a plan to do this?
Yes.
Okay. What's the traditional way of doing this?
Send them on a training course.
Okay. How would structures and boundaries help with this work? Structure.
I think at the moment there's a lack of structure in the agency, and that it would help them to respect it and understand that it's not a choice.
Got it. Anything else from this Earth point of view? Any other ideas that just come up to you when we're in this mode?
I feel like if there is a box, it's kind of on its side. So actually there is some structure, but it's kind of formed that way, and it needs to kind of be reorientated, maybe.
One idea for that? For reorientating the box?
Restructure the company, which is what we're trying to do.
Okay, great. So it could be about the structure. Cool. So any ideas there? Just make a mental note. Yeah, that you think, okay, that could be one for the future. You might want to look at that one, yeah? All right, little shake. Useful already?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sometimes you hit it straight away, but we'll do that. Okay. One foot back. And weight on the back leg slightly, palms open. There we go. And relax the chest. Say That's it. What do you need to be open to around this?
Just that people are shy.
Okay.
They don't all want to play happy families, and maybe there's some fear.
Yeah. Being empathic to the fear and the difficulty around doing that.
Yeah, and actually maybe that being one of the biggest hurdles that people are scared of change, and
be sympathetic to that. Okay. And if I hold your arms from behind, can I?
Yeah.
So relax here. What I want you to do is relax your shoulders. Okay, just give me a okay, that's interesting. So really go heavy on the arms. So you that's it, totally relaxed, like you're made of jelly, like you're drunk. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. What support do you need around this?
I need the leadership team in the company to actually get behind me. And
is there a request you can make for support?
yeah, I think asking them to tell people that what's going on, instead of it kind of being me trying to tell everyone why it's
you. Yeah, you need some support. Okay, and what do you need to let go of? So notice that muscle there, it's not letting go. So do that again. So relax, and this time go. Make sense?
Yep.
This is still tense. So one more. We'll really let go. What do you need to let go around this project?
It's not all on me.
It's not all on you. Okay. So you might need to let in. Try this one again. Let in a bit of support. Who could you connect with? Who could help you with this? Who's like a good person who might have good ideas, good advice? Relational.
I don't know. I think that's I need someone.
Okay, it's a good question.
Someone who's got that kind of shared mission and shared values, but maybe is outside of the company.
Got it. So maybe finding support from outside the company who kind of knows some shared values, some shared ideas, and go, right, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Like you're the only one in the world who's ever had this problem, right? I'm sure.
But no, exactly. Like I think that's what I don't have within the company. That kind of I don't know anyone who kind of shares the urgency and the passion.
So you might need to connect.
It's just difficult to
connect with someone from outside the company that
has kind of been there and done it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty logical. It's funny how easy these logically things are to my body. Okay, let's shake. Mental note, any of those for the future. Okay, let's do a bit of fire. So one foot forward, kind of done this with me already. Sometimes I work with a client that hasn't done it already, and just shake, So hand here. Okay, say this. Okay, say not this.
This, not this.
Okay, even more hard and cutting. This, not this.
This, not this.
Okay, what do you need to cut away with this?
The bullshit.
Okay, so what's the bullshit? What's the bullshit to cut away?
Just like they're like all the designers are blokes. They're all like go around like think they're big badasses, and and we've got like an amazing client service team who are women, and there's just this ridiculous kind of like gender bullshit thing.
Okay, so it's like that. That's not okay here.
Yeah.
Let's just do this one. Okay, that's it. Yeah, really look at me. Put your hand up a little bit, turn towards me. Great, so keep that pressure there. Come, put your weight forward. That's it, that's it. Don't lean on me, but just push there. Look up. Okay, tell me what the bullshit is.
Blokiness.
So don't smile. It's fucking up your business. It's not like laughing, is it? Okay, so what do you need to say no to?
No more bullshit.
No more bullshit. Okay, no more bullshit. Okay, great. One more for fire. Here, little back bend. Little back bend. Okay, so can I touch?
Yeah.
Yes. Nice, bring your head back. Good. Open it over. Take your arms to the side. So yeah, where's the passion for you in this? Where's the passion for you in this project?
I mean, for me, it's kind of,
Keep there.
for me, it's everything. It's like, how can you be a creative agency if you're not fucking creative?
For fuck's sake, this is like central to it,
Yeah,
right?
like what, like why do we bother?
Right, okay, great. So don't be embarrassed about it, but you kind of go to this English body, like, this is like, hey, come on, why are we bothering otherwise? Yeah?
Totally.
Good. Yeah, little shake. Any ideas? Just take those, put some aside for later. Okay, what's the big picture here? What's the big picture? I pick you up.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the big picture? What's the huge picture?
I think it's just like this amazing, office, not even an office, like a studio where we can just be, like, have fun and play and, like, create cool shit and want to get out of bed in the morning because we want to carry on working, not because we have to.
You smell good, boy.
Yeah, it's just like, I want people to feel like this, I want people to feel, full of possibilities and creative and be like, I fucking love working here, you don't need
It'd be
fucking-
fun, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of play. How could you have more play in this challenge? What would be a more playful way of approaching it? Rather than be like, oh fucking people, I've got no credit, what the fucking wrong with them? Like what could be like more kind of playful way of looking at it? Don't sound like that way. So what would be a fun, creative play?
I think like if you just get people out of the office and you do this, you make them be physical, you make them
Get them
play
into
with each
fun,
other.
so playful out of the office, and then naturally have creativity. Like,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
do something creative. Oh god, my desk. So if you get them moving, get them doing something.
That's totally like, it looks like it's a Victorian mill because everyone's sat behind their MacBook, they're all graphic designers, so they're plugged in, headphones on, and it's
Right. So,
yeah, like
so
we
what's
need
the idea here? To
move to Northern California. Take acid together.
Okay, so everyone drop mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, it's like bring some colour in, change things, like get people out, get people up and out.
Right, because you can't be creative, can you? Unless you've got some sort of new stimulus.
Fucking forced to get out of that environment. And then,
This is the creativity camp. You will be creative on schedule, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so what happened now? And why is this not important at all? How is this just doesn't matter? Do this, just do like. In what way is this funny? In what way is this stupid, silly, funny, and doesn't matter at all?
I mean, the fucking fact that I have to tell them, the fact that we're a creative agency and it's like...
Telling them to be creative.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, where it's going, it's kind of like, if you're not here to do that, why are you?
Okay. So there's almost a funny side to this, like, hey guys, this is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like bringing a lightness to it rather than a you're wrong. Right, lightness. I'm like, come on, we're creative agency. What else?
So what's so scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing scary from a free point of view.
No.
Whew. Whoa. Oh, little shake. Good work, sir. Good work. Which was the best of those ideas? So we went through. Let's go through again. The earthy stuff. The water is the plan and the structuring, and then the water. What do you remember about the water one? Getting support from someone else.
Yeah, personally that resonates quite a lot.
That one. Okay, the fiery ones like cut the bullshit, macho crap.
I think that's kind of, I don't struggle to turn that one on.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the contrast between the earth and air, for me and for the business as a whole, it's like, it's that earth but like in the wrong shape. Some kind of like, some shit that's been like compounded and pressed together and it's been unearthed and it's kind of like, could be this amazing thing, but it's not. And it's kind of getting away from that and all of that history and compound and everything else and just being air, just being like Yeah, that's cool.
Is there one or two ideas you could take forward? I'm not asking you to make a decision on it right now, but one or two ideas you might want to just like write down right away, like while I'm chatting to everybody else, that might be like worth remembering.
Absolutely.
Can
Yeah.
you tell me one or two? Which two?
I think number one, like take people out of the office.
Okay, great.
Don't try and challenge change in that environment.
Yeah, great. Support their creativity with some freedoms and movements and new input.
Yeah.
And one more idea that we thought, okay, that's worth at least
find someone who can support me, who's kind of like a mentor.
Great, from outside.
Yeah,
great.
And can give me like the mental support, I suppose, to keep fighting that.
Got it. And if I was like coaching you more, I would start looking at accountability and what exactly you're going to do and normal coaching stuff. But I want to leave it there. So if you want to write down any of those ideas, we're going to leave you alone for a little bit. Then I'm going to ask your opinion in a bit. Yeah. So thank you very much. Well done. Congratulations. Okay, so fairly straightforward piece of coaching. You can see several more of those online, on YouTube for example. Not like super embodiment type guy, right? You're not like sort of dancing every night and doing yoga every morning.
No.
It's kind of one reason why I picked it up, I thought fairly straightforward. A lot like some of my clients who work in tech sector, for example, very practical kind of problem in some ways. So the methodology was just taken out of this habitual embodiment, because if that had worked, he would have had the solution by now, right? So taking into some new embodiments. The questions, no, I don't have a list. I just get into the embodiment myself and I ask relevant questions. And some of them are classics, some of them are not. It's not a methodology for each element. So for example, one time I'm working in Russia and I'm working with a business guy who's also a karate teacher, and for fire, I'm just beating on him. Boom! And he's like, yes, yes. No, I'm not going to do that for sure, it's not his style, right? With water, you know, there's all sorts of things I can do, like hold someone's head or, you know, move with them in a dance. You know, for earth, I might get them marching up and down or sitting down. You know, you can do a more moderate version, just like I might say to a client, sit like this. I won't even say for elements, I might say, sit like this.